Hello, friends. My name is Arun Agrawal, and I would like to tell you that I am so very proud of all of you. Proud because, with one exception of my dear friend Pradeep Singh, all of you stayed back to serve in your country, be it in your hometown, government hospitals, or teaching institutions, and rose to dizzy heights. Even my dear friend Dr. Singh came back to his roots, to where he belonged. Though he went on to build a successful career in gastroenterology, he was a restless soul who would have been better suited as a writer, politician, or whatever he chose. I tease him that had he not chosen medicine, he would have been a governor, at the very least, as Manoj Sinha is now. I joined the 1974 batch of IMS in second professional, that is in 1976, on a transfer along with Dr. Jayant and Dr. Tantri, as they are now. I was never cut out to be a doctor, but could not rebel against the peer pressure as do the children of today. Disease and death was not my cup of tea, nor was it the paratha and omelette at breakfast, which I often ate alone by deliberately being late. I did not want to be part of the discussion on the critically ill patients who had become vertical overnight. The 3 academic years at IMS were torturous, as I enjoyed the company of teachers and students who were not very academically inclined but struggled for alternatives to get away from a career in medicine. Sharing a drink and cigarettes with Dr. Nag Chaudhary at his open house on Sundays and tennis with Dr. M.K. Mishra and Dr. Mehra as a student are abiding memories. And bridge during class hours and endless parties of dope and drink on weekend in the hostel, though I hardly took part in the vices, were part of the divinity of being young. Missing the civil services by a mark, as there were no subjects from the medical studies, one settled for a job with the SBI. While being posted in Varanasi with the SBI and on a visit to the college due to ill health, I bumped into Professor P. Tiwari, who was the HOD for the subject I had to pass to complete the MBBS. She called me over and told me that the supplementary gynae exams were to held a week later and I better fill the form. And added mischievously, I know what happened and why you did not clear the paper earlier. I got married and my then spouse was working the revenue service and was the top government officer in customs with the airport and the eastern border under her. Some interesting anecdotes. Dr. Nag Chaudhary would come home and tell me that he passed through customs at the airport without telling me and my wife and paid the duty on scotch, and Madam Khanna would phone to tell me that sir would be returning from Kathmandu from exam duty and the custom protocol may be hastened. That is the time I realized that Professor Khanna also had a drink. There are many stories to narrate, but one in particular on how Dr. Jayant established his evening clinic in Kant and thereby was the go-to doctor for my children. Transfer of my wife took me to Bangalore, where I did not know a soul. Life was lonely, no job, no proper degree, etc. Decided to do a course in health management at IIM Bangalore and start a career afresh. But that was not to be, as I was not cut out to work under anyone. However, knowledge of the balance sheet by virtue of working in a bank drew me to the stock market, which gave me the financial independence to indulge in my passion for fighting the corruption of large corporates and the government. It also led to my picking up a law degree, as these invariably led to filing cases in court. Activism against corruption soul satisfying. It is not something that many people do because of various reasons, mostly because of lack of understanding, courage, time and money. Believe me, I have saved the nation at least 50,000 crores only to find that the previous looter has been replaced by a bigger looter. Reliance, Hindustan Liver, Cogentrix, Citibank, liquor companies, 2G scam, etc. are some of the notable cases. Electoral bonds and challenging the voting by EVM during the year brought me into the limelight with the social media covering news and current affairs on YouTube. I am now a regular on the social media with views ranging from 40,000 to a million. This helps in educating the curious and keeping up the good fight in the public domain. I may not have had the satisfaction of saving lives as all of you have, but then it is perhaps the next best thing. Lastly, I would like to pay tribute to my two close friends who are no more with us. Prakash, who was ever willing to help anyone in crisis and had my back, made the last call to me before he took his life. I could not prevent what happened as I thought I had talked him out of it. I was to discover after a couple of months that he was no more. I miss and remember him each day. And Vimal Kochar, who too was a very dear friend, was sad to learn the passing of Kamal also. There was something very unique about him. May they rest in peace. I live on the outskirts of Bangalore on way to Mysore, literally on a golf course. All of you are welcome to spend time if you are passing through or on a holiday to Bangalore or Coorg. Great to see you all together, probably for the wish everyone the very best in life.